fighting back after he had been down in
always
the
wants
round.
to get the last punch. The great fights with the world was attributed to that attitude of his of wanting to have the last punch.
Letting his hands go, Erik Morales threw 80 punches in the second round, but Manny Pacquiao throwing only 55, landed 24, 3 more than Morales. So Pacquiao a little more precise, and you won't often say that. Normally he's just throwing because he is a noisy storm in the ring.
Pacquiao is fighting a much more intelligent fight now than he did earlier, about 4 or 5 years ago. I think him and Freddie Roach have worked a lot. His jab is a lot better. Even right there, he tried to counter with a jab after blocking a jab.
Pacquiao landed a right hand upstairs. Erik Morales got to his body with the right hand. Pacquiao much more focused on landing his jab in this fight than was the case in the first 2 fights. Solid left hand, backs Morales up, crowd loves it. And unlike some punchers, Manny does have head movement.
Yeah, those is almost reminiscent of a little Aaron Proud, the way he punched to the body and then comes up on top.
Erik Morales not afraid to fight with one of the most dangerous punchers in the sport.
Erik Morales likes to get that last punch in.
He has the kind of will that allows some men walk over hot coals.
That's a right hook, a punch that...
Hard right hand, stun Morales. Pacquiao's all over him. Thinks he's got a chance. Morales slightly staggered after that last left hand. And down he goes. Solid left hand shot by Pacquiao, who did not like Morales saying that he didn't hurt him with punches in the second fight. Pacquiao was insulted by that. Yeah. He said, okay, I'll hurt him this time.
But he's a fighter. He's going to fight still. He's not going to try to run out of this.
What is the referee doing? Why is he holding the fight?
He's forcing him to go back to the neutral corner.
Oh, what a solid left hand by Pacquiao. It's hard to imagine how Morales can last long against this.
Well, until he goes out, he's going to be fighting all the way down. He's not going to back up.
What guts by Morales! Yes. He strafes Pacquiao with right hands, even while on unsteady feet.
And he is hurt.
And he holds on for one of the first times in his career. 30 seconds to go. Another huge left hand by Pacquiao. Punch after punch after punch. And he wants to finish Morales right here. And the brave heart of Morales holds up, but his legs go again. Third knockdown of the fight by Pacquiao against Morales.
He doesn't want to get up.
Morales shakes his head as if to say, I want no more. That is that. Dick Dracula stops the fight. Manny Pacquiao has the knockout.
He looked into the corner, looking for his father, as if to say, Pop, I tried my best. I don't have it anymore.
Erik Morales was overwhelmed. Manny Pacquiao goes to another level.
Manny Pacquiao is a big draw. I think this unbelievable crowd is mainly an attribute to a new superstar, Manny Pacquiao, because after such a devastating performance the last time, I never thought they could draw this people, but he's brought the people here because of him and his excitement.
Tremendous excitement. Manny Pacquiao fights the way you want to see a fighter fight.
I expected the fight to go exactly as it went.
Well, you were skeptical all week as to whether Morales could produce the one big effort that so many people thought he would.
He made to wait, but he made to wait, and that's like Ali made to wait for his last fight with Larry Holmes, but it was not to wait to be able to perform on a top level in sports. It's no good for him, in addition to the wars as he's had. And then he's with a very great, strong, young fighter.
All right, Manny, let's take a look at, and I'm saying this, Emmanuel Stewart. Well, let's take a look at some replays.
Manny's name is Emmanuel, too. His real name. Yeah. It's just everything. It's just too much of an attack, the intensity, the fury. The wrong thing for an aging fighter.
It's hard to uphold precision and craft when a guy is just overwhelming you.
And he punches good with both hands now. It used to be with a simple 1-2 puncher with a straight left. Now he does a right hook, uppercuts, everything.
Now, shortly after this second knockdown, if the camera angle shows it to you, you will see, exactly as Larry Merchant said, Erik Morales stares into the corner and looks at his father.
Well, that's the same look that I said before that I saw when he went down the last fight, even though he said it wasn't from a punch. And I saw the same thing with Arturo Gatti. And that's the worst look it is when they say, I'm done, I'm finished.
That's the look. right there.
And Alexis Aguero did it the second fight with Aaron Pryor. The same look. I'm done.
Michael Buffer stands by with an announcement that will bring every Manny Pacquiao rooter back to his feet.
Ladies and gentlemen, the end comes at 2 minutes 57 seconds of round number 3. The winner by knockout victory, the fighting pride of the Philippines, still champion, Manny Pacquiao.
Manny Pacquiao closed the show, landing 51 of 71 power shots in the third round, en route to the scintillating knockout of Morales. Total punches in the fight, Pacquiao landing more than twice as many, throwing about the same number. Morales was brave and wasn't afraid to throw. Look at Pacquiao's connect percentage, 54%. When a giant puncher for the weight like Pacquiao lands 54%, you are going to be overwhelmed. Power shots, Manny was effective with the jab tonight, but landed 83 out of 131 power punches. Look at that, 63%. Morales' numbers weren't bad. He was just lost at sea against the rising tide that Pacquiao still is.
He's a fantastic fighter.
Larry Merchant stands by with the Filipino superstar.
Thank you very much, Jim. Congratulations, Manny.
Thank you.
You thought he would come after you. Did you also think that if he did, you might end the fight early?
You know, I like that. He came in early, you know. He came out early, so I can knock him. I have a chance to knock him out too in the early rounds.
You looked even faster against him with your hands than I can remember in the early fights. You were continually beating him to the punch. Is that true?
Oh yeah, I believe that I'm faster than him and I'm quicker than him, and I think I'm stronger than him. Now I think he felt my power.
So after you knocked him down in the early round, the second round, did you think he's just not the fighter he once was and that you could get him?
Well, he doesn't speak my right hook, so he surprised my right hook, you know, and that's my advantage to him.
So is this the climax of this part of your career? Do you feel that having won 2 of the 3 fights from a great fighter like Morales, that is a very big thing for you?
You know, in my every fight, I live to God, you know. God, he gave me a strength tonight and I won. And, you know, first, I would like to thank to all the people who loves boxing and support us, and also the promoter, Bob Aram, Top Rank Promotion, and also the HBO, and also to you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Manny. I have to ask you some questions. Everybody is anticipating that your next fight would be a big fight against Barrera. Is that the fight you want?
As of now, we don't want to discuss about that, you know. I take rest first and spend time with my family and going back home to celebrate my victory, because all Filipinos, millions of Filipinos, they're watching right now and they're celebrating to my victory.
Thank you very much for a great fight.
All right, thank you very much, and I would like to thank to all the president of the Philippines. Thank you for your support, and also Mayor Lito Atienza, and also the SBO. Thank you very much for all your support. Without you, we're not here. Thank you, and Bob Aram also.
Thank you very much. Jim?
You know, the prospect of Manny Pacquiao getting better is frightening to everybody at 130 pounds, maybe even up to 135, but if anything, he was faster, the head movement was better, his punches were harder. I don't think I've ever seen him look any better than that.
And he's got a right hook, which is a great weapon for any southpaw, because everybody looks for the southpaw straight left. And if a southpaw can develop a right hook, and even better yet, a right uppercut, he's going to be more effective. But I was impressed with him tonight. But I also, just as much, I expected it to some degree. And I still see a lot of flaws in his style. That a rematch with Barrera, I think, is going to be a tough fight for him. As well, if he ever fights a Juan Manuel
Marquez.
Against. I think those two fights are going to be tough fights for him.
Yeah, we'll talk about why those are the two obvious fights on the table for Pacquiao, Barrera and Marquez. A lot of people want to see it happen. Neither guy has to be terribly anxious to get at him after tonight. Let's go to Larry Merchant and get the reflections from Erik Morales.
Thank you very much, Jim. Erik, you got yourself in as best shape you could to give your best effort. Is Pacquiao just too young and fast at this stage of your career?
Te pusiste en la mejor condición que pudiste para hacerlo mejor. Pacquiao es demasiado hoy en día.
Es un gran trabajo físico, técnico, me cuidé mucho tiempo, di por debajo del peso, hice todo lo que tenía que hacer para ganar. Creo que Pacquiao es un peleador fuerte, rápido. Y bueno, yo creo hay que felicitarlo y ganó a buena lid.
Yeah, absolutely. I did my best. I had the physical training, I had the mental training, all the preparation, everything that I could do to win. Pacquiao was just too much. I did my best.
When you went down the last time, you looked to the corner. Were you looking for your father? What were you thinking at that time?
Cuando caíste la última vez, miraste a la esquina, estabas mirando a tu papá pidiendo ¿qué le querías decir?
No. Ellos me decían que me levantara y que hiciera algunas cuestiones técnicas, pero le cerré el ojo, señal que ya no tenía caso. Yo creo que hay veces que hay que levantarte y hay veces que hay que saber decir adiós.
Yeah. I was looking to my corner and they were urging me on to get up, but I said no, it's to no avail. At times when you need to know when you're beaten, and I think I was a beaten man tonight.
Do you know whether you will continue fighting as of this minute?
¿Sabes tú desde este momento en adelante si continuarías peleando o qué hay?
Lo pensaría mucho. Creo que fue una noche bonita, una arena llena, un gran público de los dos lados, una gente muy emotiva. Yo creo que tendré que pensarlo. Creo que es una muy bonita noche para decir adiós también.
There's a lot of good fans here, a beautiful night, a full arena. I have to think a lot about it. It was a night that just wasn't to be.
You were skeptical that all the hard fights you've had over the years have taken a toll on you. Do you think that is true now?
¿Tú no creías que las peleas difíciles que has tenido en tu carrera te habían agotado un poco? ¿Qué piensas ahora?
No creo. Simplemente creo que ha pasado el tiempo. Pacquiao es un peleador rápido, fuerte. Tiene otra clase de características que los demás no tenían. Y bueno, el tiempo ha pasado. He hecho una carrera impresionante, buena, con el apoyo de Bob. Y yo creo que no tiene caso andar, si tal vez Bob ya no me quisiera promover, irme con alguien más. Yo empecé en Top Rank, mi carrera internacional, y quiero terminar aquí en Top Rank.
I had a long, illustrious career. I've done it all, and with the help of Bob Arum, Top Rank, if they still want to promote it, but it might not be the best thing.
Thank you. You've always had the heart of a champion.
Muchas gracias. Y fue un gran gusto llenar de buenas noches a la gente de peleas grandes.
And it was always a pleasure on my part to thrill all the people with good fights.